Well, hey everybody, how you all doing? Whittler Dave here. I hope everybody's having a blessed morning. I sure am. I'm out here in the shop, you know where I'm at. Thought I'd do a little video for you. Let me show you some of the things I've been doing the last couple days. Let me turn you around. Just finished drawing this out. I'll be cutting it. Just got it on the board and everything. The mountain, the tree. There's a lot to do to this. One of my little collages I call it. And it's spring's coming. So I've been building some planter boxes and stuff. Made out of them dog ears. And I tell you what, if you ain't never used dog ears, well, they're totally out of square. But these are just small ones. Other people build these. I built a few. Throwed in my likes and this and that. Everything. But let me turn you back around here. Oh, how y'all doing? I'm back again. Hang on, folks. Let me get you set down here. I'm just working on this little mushrooms. I finished up that one. I got to do the antennas. Let me see if I can't get you set up here right. But yeah, just messing with these little mushrooms right here. Trying to get these done. See, people like to see the little mice. The little mouse. Lord, I can't get away from them. I've carved them for years. And I mean years. But it's a little cold out here in Tennessee. We've been flippy-flopping. And I'll tell you what, I'm done flippy-flopping. I am. Let's see if I can get you up here. I'm not the greatest, you know that, folks. Just taking out the background a little bit, cleaning it up. Let's see if I can't get you in a little closer and bring you down. Hang on. You don't need to see the old man. Lord, no. There you go. Is that better? I hope so. There you go. Like I said, trying to get this one done and everything. I'm going to draw some more. Working on spring stuff. And believe it or not, I just bought a load of lumber. Woo! Was that expensive? Lord have mercy. And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap at all. So I just bought a load of lumber. And I'm going to get ready to start drawing Christmas. I know, don't fall off your rocking chair. I said Christmas. But for me to stay consistent and everything, I've got to do Christmas now. Because I do that big show in the winter. And you got to be prepared, folks. Just got to be prepared. Don't wait till the last minute and everything and think, oh gosh, I need about $8,000 worth of art carved and built and made and designed, and you think you're going to do it in one day. Lord, no. You're not going to do it. You got to get up off the pot. Literally. There we go. These nice crisp lines. Tell you what, I enjoyed that month off. I took a month off after the show. 1 month and everything. Got my new glasses. And I'll tell you what, I can see now. Yay! I can see. It's about time, right? Got a few other things I'm doing and everything. I'm hoping to start on my barn. Once it warms up, my neighbor over here beside me, he's going to come over and hold up some wood because I can't be in 10 places at once. I'm good, but not that good. You know, see right there how I dropped that in? Kind of gives it more depth. Don't be afraid to bite off a little bit. It'll be all right. That sound of that chisel that I like. But I'm going to be doing some outside furniture stuff. I got a guy here in Tennessee that has a business, and he's interested in looking at some of my stuff I built. He's starting to represent the artists and local made stuff here in Tennessee. He called me and said, I heard that you did local building and you live right here in Tennessee. I said, yeah, I do. Would you be interested? I said, yeah, I would. Anything, is made here, you know me. I prefer it. I do. Especially handmade stuff. You buy anything from anybody that's been handmade, 99% of the time, that stuff is going to last you and last you. You take care of it and everything. Don't abuse it. You can hand it down to your grandkids. I've got furniture that's old, and I built it back when I was just a pup. Most of my furniture, when I started out, was with I had a little Black & Decker scroll saw, and actually I still use hand saws, a couple carving knives, 1 or 2 chisels, and the rest of it I just made up and went with the flow. That's it. That's what I said. I just went with the flow. And now look at that. See how that right there is? It's a lot more depth. Brings this out. It sure does. It's what takes me a while. What I do, I call this profile carving. I just come in, I cut the profile. Oops, I'm sorry, folks, I bent it up. I cut the profile, and then I just come in and start setting depths and shadows and all that stuff. And before you know it, I'll have another one done. And I've got several of these I'm going to draw this year. These things are pretty popular. I got the other one I did. It's in the house on the little ladybug up here. There's a little ladybug right there. Okay? I take wire and I put the antenna on the ladybug. Kind of trade it up a little bit. Because it's thin anyway, so I use a very thin, just a black wire like they got. They got the little black antennas. So I'm going to put that one in that. Contact the lady. And a lady that was interested in that. Let's see if she is. She's not obligated. If she's not, she don't want it, that's fine. I know what it's going to sell. These don't last long once I put them out there. Know some. I see how I set that right there. All this right here has just been set. A little bit deeper. See how shallow that one is? Okay, I've just set this one down. One thing nice about this, you don't have to sand hardly anything, because you want these marks, these little chatter marks. You do. You want these little marks here, the little beauty marks, what gives it character. Gives it a lot of character. Yes, it does. I'm hoping for a nice summer this year. Checking on some other places. I got a horse ranch, and I got a place where they park campers and motor homes and all that stuff. They've inquired on me, so I may be carving out there. Don't know. Don't know yet. I carve anyway. I'm a bag away. It don't take me long to set up, bring my good chair. As long as I'm comfortable. The old back's got to be comfortable now. Let's turn this little darling up, and let's turn this edge down. There you go. Got to turn this edge down. Don't want a sharp edge. Yeah, I know this is an X-Acto knife. Don't hate me for that, but I've got all kinds of tools, but, you know, I want a nice clean edge, and I ain't had time to sharpen a lot of my tools here lately because I said I took a month off. I got to sit down and spend, Lord, probably another month on tools. I've got so many I need to sharpen up and stuff like that. Now, see how I turned that in? This one here is too high. I can tell you that right now. But a little whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Little whoop-de-doo. That's all we need. I do a little whoop-de-doo. There you go. Looking better. Little whoop-de-doo over here now. There you go. Now, what do you think? See all that right there? A lot more depth. It's shallow right here. Going into here. So this has all got to be cut out. All this. There's a lot of work. Then get ready to start carving his little hands. He's got like little mittens on. He's riding on that snail. See that little gnome? Yeehaw! He's riding on that snail. Yeah, he is. And I'm going to draw a line in here because, you know, I don't think I'm going to carve the circles in these. I'm just going to carve the lines. So I'll add some little whoop-de-doos in here and everything, and I'll carve his little beard. These are, you know, you don't want to get too crazy here because these are what we call light lines. You know, but there's a lot of work. This, you know, we could go for hours on videos, but can't do that. But this thing, that collage over there, I'll be cutting all that apart. That bear and the tree. Then I'll carve it. I'll set different dimensions and different heights and stuff. And then I'll put it all back together. It's like a giant puzzle. That's what it is. Just a giant puzzle. And I'll add collar, stuff like that. I made a great big one, but the shipping cost was just stupidly too high. So I've reduced this one down. Totally different than the last one I made. And hopefully, if somebody buys it out of state, you know, we can afford to ship it. Because they just way too high. Way too high. There you go. Okay. This little mushroom right here is not right. I'm going to have to swoop him in. Just swoop him in. Do that whoop-de-doo. He was sticking out. That's the other thing. I'll look at this 14 million times. And even after I start painting it, I'll see something and I'll have to fix it. There you go. See this right here, right? It was sticking out. So we had to whoop-de-doo that baby back in there. Yes, we do. That looks better already. See how this drops down behind the mushroom head right here? See, it's like, you gotta have a little bit of imagination. You gotta imagine this thing dropping down and just fading off. Just totally fading off. I'm not gonna cut a line here. I want this one just like it's just fading away. It's in the background. You don't see it. Just like this one, it fades away. You don't see nothing down here. It's in the background. Gotta use your noggin, have a little imagination. That's all you need. And Lord, do I ever have a lot of imagination. I got to just to be able to do this. I'm telling you. I'll turn this board 15 million times, it seems like. I'm getting ready to go out in the mountains. Once it warms up, we'll do a video out there. I'm getting ready to start a big tiki. I know I've got several of them I've started, but it's starting to talk to me, and the other ones stopped talking to me. So I drawed it a long time ago. I drawed it over 5 years ago on paper, and then just about 2 years ago I stuck it in wood, drawed it on a piece of wood, and then been sitting over here in the corner of the shop, and it's just going to be a good piece to go out and start. So hopefully I can get my wife to go, and then she can hold this camera to get better shots. Because, you know, it's kind of hard. It is. Kind of hard. I try to hold this thing where you guys can see it, and it's not that easy. Alright, see, I've set that line a lot deeper. This here needs to be rowed over. It's got a flat line. So I'm saying, you got to look at this. You got to turn this thing 14 million ways, and just to get something like that. You know, and none of this up here is satisfied yet. I'm not. I got to finish all the sun. The rest of these here, like I said, he's riding on that snail there. It's flat here. I'm not going to carve any rocks on this one like I did the other one. I'm just going to, so I had rocks on the other one right through here. This is just a border. Then I'll build a frame around it. None of the border is set. It's profiled. It's profiled. That's all it is. Well, folks, I don't want to run this video too long. Everything will get you up here. I just want to say thank you all, and you all have a blessed day. And I appreciate everybody sending me comments and likes. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. You ain't going to hurt the old man's feelings. You got any ideas? We do ship and send to everywhere, so if you see something I do every once in a while, contact me. We can come up with a price, shipping, and we can go from there. So I thank you again, and I appreciate everybody.